I want to bring in our political analyst, Dr. Brian Calfano, to help us understand this impeachment process and what exactly this announcement means. Dr. Brian Calfano, thanks so much for being with us right now.
Good to see you, Jen.
All right, so first I want to talk about the timing of all of this. Why now? I mean, up until last week, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, was very careful when they were talking about impeachment and all of that, and then today she comes out with this official impeachment inquiry. Why now? Was it the whistleblower complaint that did it for her? Was it the conversation with the president of Ukraine? Was it all of the above? Tell me about the timing of this and why right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with all of the above, and it essentially is sort of like death by 1,000 paper cuts with this, because Speaker Pelosi really doesn't want to go down this road. It may sound counterintuitive because people tend to think, well, Democrats hate Republicans and vice versa, and so the Democrats have it in for President Trump and that sort of thing. But in reality, Pelosi knows that there's a lot of potential blowback from going after the president, especially for Republicans and Democrats who are in situations where they really don't want to support a particular policy point of view or a party point of view as strongly as the leaders do in the House or in the Senate. And so for Democrats, especially in places like middle of the country, you have vulnerable Democrats who may not be able to win re-election in the House if they're seen as being too far to the left, and that would include supporting impeachment for the president.
Now, I want to go back and talk a little bit more about Republicans and Democrats. The Senate, the Republican-led Senate, is now also supporting this whistleblower report to be looked at. How much do you think that will mean for this process?
It's sort of like the Republicans in the Senate want to do enough to claim credit that they looked into the issue. They did their due diligence as the second chamber of the legislature, but they don't want to go so far, Jen, as to really tick off their constituents and be seen as sort of an enemy or an antagonist against President Trump, because there's plenty of those already in the House. However, Republicans like Mitch McConnell and others who are facing re-election campaigns next year don't want to be accused of essentially letting the president do whatever he wants. Now, so much of this is sort of remains to be seen. Once we get our hands on this transcript from the phone call, and if we're able to see what's in that report, I think we'll have a much better sense as to what's going on here.
Well, and the president said that transcript of that call is expected to be released tomorrow. Also on Thursday, the DNI will have the chance to turn over that complaint, so we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Dr. Brian Calfano, for explaining this to us tonight.